When working with geometry nodes, we need to work with different types of information. In this video, we're going to be demonstrating what attributes are in geometry nodes. An attribute is a form of data that is stored within an individual element. For example, this element could be a vertex, edge, or face. These elements are also referred to by another name, domains. Here we have our basic cube, and the current setup for our geometry node system is a simple separate geometry node. We can define the domain using this menu here, and we can choose between point, edge, face, spline, and instance. You'll find these will also be visible in the spreadsheet. Vertex is actually used to define the points in this case. What we do is we select one of these, and this will allow us to separate geometry based on that domain. But in order for this to work, we need to call a specific attribute. If we take a look at our spreadsheet with vertex selected, we actually have two attributes visible. The numbers that you see going down the side, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., they represent the index values of the individual vertices. The other attribute that we see is the position attribute. This is a form of vector data, which stores information based on three channels, the X, Y, and Z axes, and tells us the location of each individual point of our cube. If we change our domain to something else, like edge, we get different attributes. In this case, we get the crease attribute. If we change the face, we get a shade smooth attribute, which is a form of Boolean data, a material index, which is integer data, and a normal attribute, which again is another form of vector data, in which it has three channels. We can call any of these attributes that we see in the spreadsheet, depending on the nodes we want to use. In our example, we're going to separate the top face from the rest of the cube, so that we end up with a box. To do that, I'm first of all going to call the position attribute for my selection. Hit Shift A, go to Input, and here many of these will actually be related to our attributes. For example, we have our index, we have an ID, which is a customizable attribute, we have our normal for face data, and we also have our position. Now, even though my domain is set to face, I'm actually going to use the position node here. So go Input, choose Position, and then connect to the selection. This doesn't change anything with our separate geometry node. It only tells it that we want to call our position attribute when defining the selection. Now we need to actually define it. So we're going to add a separate XYZ node and position it here. Then connect it using the Z output. This separates our geometry, but the visibility is inverted. We can see the top face, but we can't see the rest of our box. We're going to flip this around by using a math node, which gives us more control over our position attribute. Hit Shift and A, and then go to search and type in math. Connect it here between the separate XYZ and separate geometry nodes, and then set it to the less than operation. As soon as I do that, I can orbit my view, and we have hidden the top face from our cube, leaving us with a box. We can manipulate the threshold value here to change the way the position data affects our selection. This is one example of how we can use our attributes to control nodes in our procedural systems.